Welcome to Sky in Space. What better a place is there to have in an impenetrable ace than deep within the oceans? They are the areas of our planet that we're only just now starting to scratch the surface of. However, for the navies of the world, and indeed the more sophisticated and technologically advanced navies, the story is very much different. For them, the study of USOs, unidentified submerged objects, began a long time ago. On October 11, 1492, for Christopher Columbus and his crew sailing aboard the Santa Maria, witnessed an object lit with unimaginable intensity rise from the depths of the ocean and into the air. He described this as a wax candle that rose up and down. 5 hours later, he would discover America. On May the 15th, 1879, Commander J.E. Pringle of HMS Vulture in the Persian Gulf saw two contrary rotating wheels of light about 100 feet apart, well under the water, which were travelling at around 85 knots around the vessel. This lasted for 35 minutes. On August the 13th, 1910, Captain Breyer aboard the Dutch ship Valentine in the South China Sea saw a rotating, flashing wheel that was turning rapidly above the water. The list goes on and on. It is simply too large to go into fully, and this is just a brief overview of the subject. But I hope from the following videos you will see that there is something of epic proportions going on in the bottom of our oceans.
We're either being surrounded by friggin' UFOs or the Coast Guard. I want us in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lights we see there. They've been coming on. They were 7 lights. Oh, this is a big help. They're keeping pace with us.
När våra banor korsades så att säga, så såg vi också att den var rätt stor bojen och att det stod Kärringön Kristina på bojen, och då förstod vi att det var fiskebåts eller nätboj som den hade fastnat i, och så skojade vi om att det var kanske kunde varit en ubåt då.
Ja, det var alltså mitt under seglingsturen när Malin Korander och hennes man var ute på havet med gamla goda vänner som de gjorde den märkliga upptäckten. Malin trodde först att det var en tumlare som fastnat i bojen, men allt eftersom att den kom närmare började hon ana att det var något helt annat som befann sig under vattenytan.
Men vi tyckte att det verkligen, det ser skumt ut. Vi har tittat flera gånger på filmen och tycker att det ser inte ut som en synvilla, men det är svårt att avgöra.
Allt utspelade sig en tidig förmiddag den 4 september i år, cirka 2 sjömil väster om Måseskär utanför Kärringön på västkusten. Paret ringde sjöräddningen som också kom till platsen och gjorde en koll, men aldrig hittade något. Tror du fortfarande att det var en tumlare?
Nej, det tror jag inte att det gör. Bara för att den är alldeles för rak kurs för det. En tumlare som hade försökt bli av med en boj som den hade fastnat i, den försöker ju simma lite kors och tvärs, gissar jag. Så att, det måste ju varit antingen en synvilla eller en ubåt då. Hoppas att det inte var en ubåt. För Sveriges skull. Mm.
carajo pasa aquí? ¡Me cago en Diola! ¿Pero qué carajo está pasando aquí? ¡Hostia! ¡Vamos la hostia! ¡Me cago en Diola! ¡Va, máquina, va, máquina!
Delaroff incident. The year is 1945 and the US Army transport ship the Delaroff is returning to Seattle after delivering munitions to Alaska. The vessel was sailing in open water just past Adak when Army radioman Robert S. Crawford, who was near the radio room on the port side of the ship, heard screaming and shouting coming from the crew. He immediately spun around to see a large round object emerge from the sea. The unidentified craft, showing darkly against the setting sun, climbed straight up for a few moments. It then circled the ship 3 times before hovering above and following. It then zoomed off in a southerly direction. Some time later, Crawford, now a consulting geologist, confided in Professor N.N. Karnowski, a consulting member for NICAP. NICAP would bring to light this incredible case in 1968. As a pilot of 23 years myself, it is my opinion that the most respected and reliable sightings come from aviators of all walks of life, from airline pilots to fighter pilots to bush pilots. They are all experts in the environments that they operate in. They know what a lenticular cloud is, what St. Elmo's fire looks like, what a sundog is, and all the tricks that weather can play. They know what an F-15 is, and the difference between a 787 and a Boeing E-4. It's their job, they fly them, It's their job to know exactly what they're looking at in the sky. So when they say that they have seen something they can't identify, you better sit up and listen. They study and train for years. They are tested to the limits over and over. To file an official report would be career suicide, so why would they? Because it's important. On the night of the 8th of September 1970, Captain William Schaffner, who was on exchange from the United States Air Force to the Royal Air Force, was scrambled in his Lightning fighter to intercept unknown targets coming in over the North Sea. As he climbed into the night sky, Captain Schaffner had no idea this would be his last scramble. Foxtrot 9-4 climbed to the heavens. As he headed out over the North Sea on what appeared to be a routine intercept, all was normal. From this point on, it is unknown what happened to him. He would never be seen again. Unnamed military sources would later come forward to say that his fighter was crippled by unidentified flying objects and he crashed into the sea. On October the 7th of 1970, his Lightning jet would be found by Navy divers. The canopy was closed and the ejection seat was still fitted. However, his body has never been found. The next piece of footage is from an excellent Nimitz encounters and is a factual account.
SaS I Charlie, contact Bra 16034, 8,000 feet. Above you, over.
Roger, 34 miles at 8,000. Committed, your call. Continuing, over.
SaS I Charlie, Bra 16010, 8,000 feet. Over.
Roger.
SaS I Charlie, merge plot, over.
They get to a point where they call merge plot, which means the contact that we're trying to see and us are inside the resolution cell of the radar, which means they can't discern the two of us. They just see one blob.
Confirm the object appears stationary. I had it at 17.7. So we have basically no airspeed on it.
Hey, you guys seeing us? What is that?
And I see something in the water, and it looks like about the size of a 737 in the water, pointing east.
100, anchor here, Angels 2-4. Roger. Charlie, fast Eagle. We're observing something in the water here, possibly aircraft in the water at the merge plot, just north of our position, about 2 miles.
Charlie, roger.
I'm descending to Angels 14 to take a look.
Do you think that's our unknown?
Not sure. Radar's clean.
So it would be on the right-hand side of the airplane, just forward of the wing line, is this little white, which looks like a tic-tac, which is why we call it the tic-tac, and it's moving around erratically, so it's doing this.
Bogey, 287, 2 miles, Angels 5.
We're coming down and it starts coming up. So it's going towards 9 o'clock, we're going towards 3 o'clock.
You're starting hard, 3,000 meters.
It's about the size of an F-18, so, 40-some feet long. It has no wings.
Holy it jumped. 1,000 meters, he's...
It literally is 1 minute it's there, and the next minute it's like poof, and it's gone.
I saw it go 137, no tally.
That didn't just happen.
Say again.
This is the actual FLIR footage from the incident in 2004. This piece of footage was filmed on January 16th, 2015, off the Florida coast by the Air Wing 1 of the USS Roosevelt. In ufology, reports by pilots are the best you can have. They are the most reliable and trusted.
cloud line, whatever it is.